In front yard situations, you want to make sure you know exactly where your water line's coming in. So that's why I didn't put stakes here. I have a stake here. Front yard installs, you got to make sure that water line, which is most likely going to go straight down that way, you got to be careful of your stakes. So I put a stake there because I know most likely there's not going to be a water line down in there. Also, you got to be aware of sprinklers. Got a stake there. And this is the front. So we should be good as far as securing it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Kev, your boy Kev. Today is Saturday. I think it's May 18th, or what's the day? Oh, May 22nd. Almost out of May. We're almost into June, and that's when slide season is really going to kick in. Alright, so got some video. Started at 7. First thought was at 7. I was able to record that one. I'll show some edited videos on that one. She was actually a customer that I have served before, and she's already wanting to order a water slide for the summer. So once I get back, I'll send her a coupon code for a returning customer for her to get a discount for a slide. She's already ready to order. I think she said either June or July. I think she said July. Already got, so we're going heading to stop number 4. I had one pickup that was overnight from a Friday delivery. I already stopped off and picked that one up. I just dropped off the 3rd delivery. This last delivery is a donation rental. This particular customer, I donated the bounce house and the bubble machine because it's for a cheerleading event. And what happens is it's for the football team, for the Pop Warner football team. So what happens is you donate it, they give you like a voucher, or you get a voucher and you get a pretty much a oh, this car's driving crazy. You get a so what they do is they put your company logo on the football stadium. You get a flag for your on the football stadium, and they announce your who sponsors. You know how they announce sponsors for who donated, and whoever donated money or donations. Are like, I'm donating a bounce house and a bubble machine. Some people donate money, they sponsor money. Painting companies might put in $1,000 or whatever, $250 or whatever. So that'll give us free advertisement for this particular area. So we'll have that advertisement all season. I think this worked out pretty good, because, and I'll do it again next year, because it'll really get my name out here in this particular area. So they don't have a lot of bounce house companies out in this area, so that will give me a lot of exposure for this particular area. So I'm heading to that one. I may be able to record that last setup. It's just a bubble machine and just a standard bounce house. The previous one I just dropped off was a standard princess bounce house. That had it's a standard bounce house. Bounce houses seem to go pretty well for me, as far as since I make them affordable for people. Some people are like, oh, you're wasting your time, blah 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 blah. But what happens is this particular lady, she's already going to get a slide. She wants a water slide in the summertime, so she gets a good deal on a bounce house. And then when the water slide season comes around, which it is technically water slide season, but when she wants to rent a bounce house, she likes that my prices were affordable, and she'll rent a bounce house or a combo or a water slide. So that's kind of how you keep the strategy, how you keep the bounce houses at affordable rates. People want a budget, and then they save up their money, and then the next time you see that you're a great customer service, and then they'll return, and then they'll spend a little bit more money on a water slide. So I already told her how we're going to set up the water slide and all that kind of stuff, and how the water will drain out of her front yard, because she's a front yard delivery. Another part of this video is when the first delivery, it's a front yard delivery. I wanted to talk about being cautious when you do front yard deliveries and front yard staking. You don't want to end up tapping into somebody's water pipe and making it a bad day for them. The 6 years I've been doing this, I've never tapped into anybody's front yard water. Last year, for the first time, I actually tapped into a water line. It was in the backyard. It was a sprinkler system that I tapped into, but the customer didn't know they had a sprinkler system in there. So you know, she tried to come after us for, you know, responsibility, but the contract, you know, contracts are very important. Contract states that we're not liable for not knowing what's under your ground. So if we tap into it, you're responsible and you're liable for it. It ended up being a pretty much cheap Home Depot, you know, go get a new pipe, dig it up, put it in. I mean, I don't think it costs them more than 50 bucks to fix that on their own. Now, if you call a company, a plumber, they're gonna charge $300-400, but if you do it yourself, it's pretty cheap. So that's the first time I've tapped into a water pipe. But when I do front yard deliveries, especially when they got the main water lines and they want you to put in the front yard, you always got to know where your front lines are. The video that I recorded will show how I did that. It showed the cautiousness I had on putting in that front yard delivery in. So yep, you want to be cautious about your water lines. Backyard's a little harder because you don't know if people have water lines. You got to always ask first. And then, you know, most water lines, if someone has a water sprinkler system, they're going to be on the outside of the perimeter of where you're going to put the bounce house at. So you're pretty safe if you put a bounce house in the center of the grass, like tapping into your stakes. You always want to stake too, because safety is first. You always want to make sure you stake. Most bounce houses say you could be okay with 3 stakes, depending on the day. If it's a windy day, I'll go with 4 stakes. But if it's a standard day, it's hot, no breeze, I put in 3 stakes per instructions of the bounce house. Water slides, you got to put 6 in because they're moving around, they're sliding down. The bottom, if you have a water slide with a pool, you don't have to stake in the front because obviously the weight of the water is going to sit in front of the water slide at the end of it. So you pretty much want to make sure you put 4 stakes in the back to secure it, make sure it's stabilized, because the kids are going to get up there and jump down and want to go on a slide. But I'll show some videos of that when I get more video coverage. So it looks like I'm almost here at the site. I'll try to get a video in on this one, but if the customer is there, I don't usually like to record when customers are there, but I'll try to get the video on this one. This is just a standard rainbow bounce house that I donated, so it's going to be at zero cost, but it's actually going to be a gain because I'll be able to have advertisement and all that for free. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. We'll have a look at the few clips I have on here, and I will talk to you guys soon.